I've waited over 11 years for this day, but it's official. GunZ is returning. I have a million emotions about this, but basically, let's rock, dude. About a month ago, I made a video showing that GunZ had mysteriously shown up on Steam, but we were given no info, no press release, the language was set to Korean only, and we could only really speculate. But now we have an update. A new website for GunZ showed up. You can sign up for their newsletter. A closed beta should be coming, and I'm gonna have info on all of that stuff in this video right here. I'm also gonna cover why I think after all these years, MasangSoft is finally doing something with GunZ, and it's actually related to a private GunZ server owner attempting to steal the trademark for GunZ in the US, so that's some spicy drama, and I'm also going to let you guys know how you can best prepare yourself for the GunZ Steam release, whether you're an old man coming out of retirement trying to get good again, or just a complete stranger to the game who wants to give this legendary old esport a shot. So yeah, let's get to it. So of course, firstly, let's talk about the changes to the Steam page since we've last visited this. Previously, when you went to the Steam page, it said that the game was only localized or available in Korean, which made a lot of players think that they were just going to port the Korean version of the game that's out today over to Steam. And that was going to be that. Not gonna lie, I myself was worried about that too, but clearly now that they've updated the page to show that the game is also going to be available in English, I don't think we need to worry anymore, and that an international English GunZ server is like 100% definitely coming. Even cooler than the updated Steam page though, I don't think I would have made a whole video for just that, is they've released a new website for GunZ. As you can see here, coming soon, GunZ the Duel, and we have a little subscribe button down on the bottom right of the webpage, and if you click on this, it lets you enter your email address, and it says you'll get updates on the game, exclusive perks, event alerts, and whatever all that means. Of course, for right now, just put your email in to show them how interested we are, and when there is news, you'll get it. Speaking of drawing interest, in the last video, I asked you guys to go to that Steam community page and just blow it up and show them how interested we were in getting the game hosted internationally, and damn did you guys do just that, so I appreciate all y'all. There's nearly already 300 forum posts on there, and their other game, Microvolts, that they hosted last year, literally has less discussion posts all time, and GunZ isn't even out yet. We don't even have news yet. So, we don't even have a date, but we definitely have the hype, so appreciate y'all for that. Don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam, and like I said, subscribe to the newsletter on the website so that we can let them know that we don't want them to half-ass this, because they could. They certainly could. According to a GunZ Reddit mod, there is a closed beta planned for the Steam release, as he's been talking with the source over at MasangSoft, so take that with what you will, but yeah, if you just put your email address in, you're gonna want to do that so you're one of the first ones to play the closed beta if and when that announcement comes. On this new GunZ website, there's also an official Discord that is clearly going to come out. Right now, the link is broken, but at some point, this will lead to the official GunZ Discord server, I'm imagining, because otherwise, why else would the button be there? Speaking of half-assed, by the way, I feel as if we've been getting a pretty half-assed treatment for the last 11 years since this game went offline for us, for everyone not in Korea. So why now? Why 11 years later is MasangSoft deciding to no longer sit dormantly on this IP? Well, I've done some research actually, and I'm going to share some of this info I found with you guys, as I think this is why MasangSoft are finally getting their asses into gear on this game. So I've had a few people reach out to me over the last month or so saying that they're already playing Steam GunZ, or that they're playing the official server and they were given a beta code and to join some Discord to get access to the beta. And yeah, all that shit is 100% not legit, it's fake, and I'll tell you why. There is a GunZ private server right now that is attempting to take MasangSoft to court in the US over their GunZ trademark. I know that sounds absolutely insane because, as we all know watching this video, Mayet developed GunZ and then they sold their rights to GunZ to MasangSoft in the early 2010s. There's been a few custody battles over the GunZ trademark in various jurisdictions actually in like the last 10 years. So like there's also, for example, there's a Brazilian GunZ server called The Duel, which has an official GunZ trademark in Brazil, I believe. Because they have this trademark, they have some sort of veil of legitimacy, but at the end of the day, we all know that MasangSoft are the rightful holders to this trademark, at least internationally, which there is no international court for trademark, so this is tough. When these private servers are granted the trademark in their respective countries, they can start going a little hog wild and like get their game hosted on these more popular platforms like Steam, which is exactly what we can see here with the Duel page on Steam, and it even looks better than MasangSoft so far. I believe the Duel has a trademark in Brazil and has had one for a while, but their GunZ Steam page didn't pop up until after the MasangSoft GunZ page did. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not 100% on that. But regardless, MasangSoft like clearly has some work to do to take down these fake versions of the game before they even get their official game hosted. And it gets even worse. And this is why I believe that they're actually finally no longer just sitting on their GunZ IP. Here is the official US trademark website, where we can see that MasangSoft has an active trademark in the US for GunZ. It's both live and registered. You'll also see, however, though, that there's another trademark for GunZ the Duel that has been filed, and it's live, but it's not yet registered, it's instead pending. The person who filed for this trademark is the owner of a current GunZ private server that will not be named, and they're doing their best to make this server appear as if it's an official version of the game. They filed a case against MasangSoft for two reasons. They say that MasangSoft has been sitting dormant on the trademark for many years, as well as a fraudulent refiling of the trademark. So when they requested the trademark to be renewed a few years back, they state that MasangSoft wasn't actually doing anything with this trademark, so they lied about it, and because of that, it was fraudulent and they shouldn't have rights to the GunZ Duel trademark. I'm not saying that's true, I'm just saying that this is what these court documents prove, and I'm not a lawyer, so please feel free to click on the links in the description to all this stuff and you can sift through it for yourself. I am not and do not want to get into the more specifics of this, but I think the plan was for this P server owner to win the court case and then be able to flex that trademark in order to do things like take down GunZ videos on YouTube that aren't on his server, or take down the GunZ subreddit, or you know, anything that you can use a DMCA on, like YouTube, Reddit, Google, whatever. I think that they're going to flex that muscle to try to make their server appear like the legit one. So when you Google for GunZ, their server comes up and no others. If this video disappears, you can guess why, and it's probably because of that. Anyhow, I'm going to leave all the links to like the trademarks and the court case and all the stuff, and you can see it for yourself. Like, you can even see the lawyers who are handling the case, the defendant, the plaintiff. It's all in there, so I'll link it below. But yeah, I genuinely think MasangSoft are like finally getting off their asses with this game, because they realize that they could lose their US trademark if they kept sitting dormantly on it, like the court case says. Now that they're clearly not dormant, I'd imagine they'd win this court case, and like anyone for a mind for this stuff should know that they are the rightful IP owners. But I'm not a lawyer and I have no idea what's going to happen, and I'm not going to get any deeper into it than this. I just know what's happening, and I hope the right thing happens. One thing is for sure though, if some GunZ P server does get the actual right to the US trademark, it's not going to make them necessarily a more successful server, because the community is going to know better. The server's been around, the server that's trying to do this has been around for like 10 years, and I don't see it growing extra now because they can abuse the legal system. The best chance they would have would be to just take down all the other GunZ P servers, which I guess legally maybe they would have the right to do now if they won the court case. I don't really know. Okay, so that's all I wanted to cover for the legal stuff. I've been getting this question a lot, so I want to cover it. I have a lot of people asking me like, hey, where should I play GunZ until the Steam server is released, or like where can I practice up, or where can I try this game for the first time? So let's go over that really quickly. I'm sure there's some of you guys who are like been getting updates on the game who haven't actually gone back and played it a ton over the years, or you're probably going to want to get warmed back up to like playing this wildly intense game again. If we could even get 1/10 of the people who watch all of these videos to log into the same GunZ server playing at the same time, we could see what the Steam release would actually be like. Like, we could have actual players of all skill levels logged in at the same time, which would be awesome, instead of just the sweatiest dudes alive like it is right now. Back 3 years ago, when I first had my viral video, we were able to get over 300 players online concurrently, which doesn't sound like a lot, but at the time that server had significantly less than 100. So yeah, that was a different private server I used to play on, but I currently play on a server called FXP GunZ, and I think it would be sick if we could just get so many players on there and get warming up before the Steam GunZ servers go live, you know what I mean? Because we don't have any new information right now outside of the fact that a closed beta might exist and this new website went up, don't panic for information. There is no stream of information. This website wasn't officially announced, just like with the Steam page. I just found it. I like playing on FXP GunZ because it's the only server with a big population that also isn't pay to win. I've definitely shouted out some other servers in the past, but that was before there was a non-pay to win server. So yeah, I would definitely always say to play FXP GunZ over any other server, because it's the only one you don't have to use your wallet to win at. So yeah, you are balanced. As soon as you create your character, you are even with everyone. I'll put the link for FXP GunZ down in the description. And by the way, if you're like trying to come back to GunZ, haven't played in a long time, your case style is rusty, they actually have some like cool stuff for newer players to learn. For one, they have like a super expanded quest mode with like 8 million different quests you can do. But they also have the /train command, which is a unique thing that I've never seen in another server. I'm pretty sure FXP was the first one to get it, where you can do like /train butterfly, and you can just practice butterfly all day, and it will tell you if you're getting the inputs correct or not. If you're not getting the inputs correctly, it will pop up on the screen and tell you you're doing that wrong. Or if you're doing it correctly, it will say you're doing it correctly. So it's a great way just to practice your fundamentals if you haven't done it in a long time. So yeah, definitely check that out. There's always a deathmatch running and there's always a training room running. So if you're rusty or you want to ask questions of someone, you jump into that training room. There's usually always someone who's willing to help out. Or if you just want to practice your moves, you know, go into the deathmatch that's always there and get some mansion deathmatch going like it's 2008 again. You know what I mean? I play FXP all the time, so you might see me in the deathmatch warming up for some ladder matches. And yeah, I'm also going to be streaming GunZ on YouTube and Twitch, basically through this entire run of before GunZ coming out, after GunZ comes out. So yeah, if you're interested in hanging out live, I'll answer some questions or whatever. Please feel free to follow me on Twitch, subscribe on the YouTubes and all that stuff. Hey, appreciate all you guys. I will give you an update as soon as there's another update for GunZ. I'll make another video just like this, giving you guys the info. So please feel free to like, please feel free to subscribe. And as always, thank you to the Channel 2 members. I appreciate you guys, the Tier 2 channel members. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.